There's issues of complexity, perhaps there's somewhat perceived complexity because it can be difficult from a sort of standing start to convince your own organisation of the benefits of getting engaged with some of the processes of curation as they're described by what we often call the preservation community. It can look a little bit daunting, I think, from the outside when looking at how that community talks to itself at the various conferences and workshops and seminars, of which there are many, and the literature. Of course, you can take a look at the literature and some of the language, perhaps some of the terminology of things like the OAIS model, and there's words like designated community and archival information packages, and some of that language that's a little bit difficult to engage with to begin with. However, I think that the good thing about digital preservation and curation is that there are many ways in, and I think that depending on from where you're starting out from, you can choose to kind of start to tackle your problems in many different ways. If you're on the collection side, if you're more concerned about content, then a bit like the way that I came towards digital curation, I mean there are various issues to do with metadata and how to describe that content that I think are fairly accessible to people working in libraries and archives and people who've worked with analogue collections. There are certainly ways in there. And obviously if you're more technical, then there are great challenges to tackle, challenges that are of great interest to researchers who have some technical knowledge. And that's, as I say, that's one of the great things about the curation field. There's something for everybody, and I think there's a range of skills that are not only accommodated within the field, but actually required by the field to tackle some of these problems.